So I think that verbal ass kicking and absolute major flex from Moist Critical has put Sneako on the accelerated path to white nationalism, because now he's on Twitter just talking about how actually the North was just as racist as the South, and the Civil War was about states' rights and freedom and yada yada yada. And you think I'm making this up, but I am not. I'm so sorry, but I'm not. Like, literally, Abraham Lincoln didn't care about the slaves. Civil War was about taxes. North was just as racist as the South. The Confederacy held original American values of freedom. Just a couple of things. A few things, Sneako. The Civil War was not about taxes. This is, again, a white nationalist talking point. Like, to be like, oh, it wasn't about slave. It was about slavery. Like, it was literally about slaves. They wanted to own slaves. And the North said, no. Now, I'm not going to check you on the North being as racist, because I'm sure that was the case. But the second part is immediately the most important part. The Civil War was absolutely about the states' rights to own slaves. I don't understand why that's a hard concept. Like, they wanted to own slaves so badly, they went to war. They seceded from the Union and went to war with America over the, ability to own slaves. Nothing to do with taxes. Nothing at all to do with taxes. In fact, after the war, former slave owners were reimbursed for their loss of slaves. So nothing to do with taxes or anything like that. Absolutely to do with the owning of people. But I wouldn't expect you to know that. I don't really hold you in high regards, Sneako. But it's just weird and sad that your relevancy was dwindling, so you went straight to the Confederacy, the South should rise again. And if you think I'm just being, facetious and making shit up, this is literally what he did. He posted the Confederacy flag, and then just to write, just to advertise his Rumble. That's it. That's when you know you are losing relevancy. The more you have to court the more extreme sides of things, the less relevant you are becoming. And the fact that he could only post it on Rumble is so funny to me. It's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. It's just pathetic. Like, it's terribly sad, bro. At one point, I think Sneako was just a YouTuber, and then he fell down the Andrew Tate pipeline, the manosphere, and now he went face first into white nationalism. When you start trying to rationalize slavery and the Civil War and lying about objective facts, that's when you know you've gone down the alt-right pipeline. Only a matter of time before he starts talking about how, like, it's actually the Jewish people who control everything, and maybe that mustache guy from Germany in the 1940s wasn't as bad as we thought he was. Like, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say the over/under is a month before he starts posting some real white supremacist shit. Obviously, he's gonna hit the transphobic trifecta. He's gonna start talking about the genders. That's always how it shakes down. But it's sad, dude. Like, it's really sad that this is what, not only what he's become, but this is what becomes of people who are trying to cling on to clout or relevancy at any given moment. Like, think about every time Sneako's been in the social media news or the Twitter trend or anything like that. It was because he was going after Moist Critical, Hassan, a bunch of other content creators, and then he had his moment with Critical, which got him the most attention. And then when he does it, he goes on Rumble, and I assume maybe Kick. I don't know what's going on with Kick, but he goes on those sites. He didn't just hype that stuff up because that's the only time people actually care about him and care enough so he can then try to hawk his, MLM thing. Which I think, is he still doing that? Let me see. If I click on his link, will it take me straight to his stuff? So rumble.com/Sneako. All right, so here is what's on the page. How to escape the Matrix. Aiden Ross and Sneako debate about trans people. Sneako debates Charlie. That wasn't debate, that was an ass kicking. Ryan Dawson revealed the truth of 9/11. I love the new Sneako from Sneako. Sneako doesn't film a dead body in Japan. He's trying to hop onto the Logan Paul train like, what, 5 years later? Oh, debate about trans people. So I was right. He's already gotten past that point. Do I have to subscribe to actually play this? No. Ooh, let's do this. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's see what they say.
I like how you made that little Discord comment. You know I didn't know that you dropped that video. Why the f did you have to put my name in it? You know I'm gonna watch it.
I told you, and you said you were gonna watch it yesterday. You didn't watch it.
You didn't post that thing yesterday though. Don't lie. You posted it before.
No, I posted it after you streamed. After you finished streaming.
Brother.
Wait, holy shit! Does this show people some money on here? $8 earned?
You said you were gonna watch that thing.
I watched it.
Okay, bro. What is this?
See, I don't want to say too much yet, but yeah, things are being discussed.
Well, hopefully we go out there at the same time. You know, I plan on going out there. You know, when I wanted to go to Romania, I told you they rejected me from coming to Romania.
They're talking about seeing Andrew Tate?
I forgot the word they used. They said it was too much of a fucking it would cause too much havoc or some shit like that. Some weird word. But
some weird word, havoc.
It doesn't matter. I want to come to fucking Romania and chill at the Tate house when they were locked up.
Yo, what do you think? And I don't want to say this with like anger. I realize how I direct a lot of that, but what do you think a lot of the haters like Hassan, not Lasan, and Destiny? What do you think? All the people that were saying that they're guilty all this time, now that they're free, are they going to backpedal their positions? Are they going to apologize?
Because he's not free. He's under house arrest.
Calling him a trafficker for 4 months straight, and now they've been proven wrong by a judge.
It's actually hilarious. Sneako.
That's not even fucking true. That's not true at all. This video is just forming, just transforming. That's not true at all. They were not found by a judge to be free because there was no trial. They're just under house arrest. Even to say right here, Aiden is a bitch has got it right on both regards. House arrest, not free. They're not free. And then him calling him Hassan, Lasan, like El-San, like, Jesus Christ, dude.
About that,
this is sad.
You know, if these guys don't come forward and take accountability for what they did was wrong and then rode the hate Tate train.
You guys are so...
Honestly, I can say this. They're literally admitting to basically being controlled. They're pussies, bro. If you can admit
literally admit to be controlled.
Found not guilty. What, like, you know, they are pussies. They are. And
they're not.
They're free, bro. You have to say that you were wrong. You know what I'm saying?
But it's even funnier because their audience hates them just as equally. So they're not going to pressure the streamers that they like that lied.
Okay, okay, let's see what the heck.
Directed at you. It's hard to not replicate it and bring that energy back. But I realized I was, you know, I'm guilty of the same stuff that they do. It's the outrage, but just here's them, Pence. Did you see the Bud Light just had a new sponsor for their can? And it's
oh my god, if this is the Dylan Mulvaney shit, I'm gonna lose it.
Trans person, I think the TikTok man, whatever.
This is Dylan Mulvaney.
That dude's biggest achievement in life is putting on a dress, putting on makeup, and looking like a woman, trying to look like a woman. That's his greatest achievement. And now he gets a Bud Light sponsorship. It's on the front of the can, his whole face.
I didn't know about that. Wait, who's the person?
Sounds like Cope.
Dylan
it sounds like
Mulvaney.
It sounds like Cope because Sneako's trying to downplay this person's achievement. Sneako, where's your shit? Where's your stuff? Where Sneako, where's your campaign? You sound like you're just kind of salty.
Because there's none of this nonsense here. There's absolutely no trans thing. There's no gender. People here respect the difference between men and women. It's really interesting seeing how the women act here because they're really happy being.
Wait, what are they here for?
It's a baby because you want to let the kid decide. But this is when things start collapsing. And this is why I want to continue traveling. What's so great about Japan? Because there's none of this nonsense here. There's absolutely no trans thing. There's no gender. People here respect the difference between men and women.
Wait, he's saying there's no transgender people in Japan. I'm gonna just type in transgender Japan. What's this? The invisible struggle of Japan's transgender? Japan's abusive transgender. Transgender woman referred to prosecutors for using women's washrooms in Osaka. So it love Trump. So it doesn't seem like there's no transgender, Sneako. Just seems like maybe Japan's laws when it comes to LGBTQ community aren't as robust. But they definitely exist in Japan, like 100%.
It's really interesting seeing how the women act here because they're really happy being feminine. They're happy being themselves. They don't feel they need to be girl bosses, be loud. Everybody's respectful. There's just the binary genders. It's a completely removed from the woke world. And I think a lot of people need to see more of that.
No, you giant dingus. The women in Japan hate that shit to the point that they're literally no longer engaging with Japanese men. Hence the lower birth rates and all those things. It's not good. Like, there are good things happening in Japan, but that is not one of them. But of course, Sneako sees that as a positive. That men are men and women are women and there's no transgender. This is so stupid. Oh my god.
Because when you see like a man dressed like a girl on a can, you see kids 3 years old changing their gender, you get brainwashed and
Where the fuck are 3-year-olds changing their gender? Where? Show me where, Sneako.
It starts to normalize things that are literally mental illnesses. Transgenderism at this point is just a mental illness. And I don't say that. No, and let me explain my point.
Wait, what the fuck? Aiden Ross is defending transgenderism?
Genuinely, because if you're filled up with all these hormones, if you're filled up with testosterone, estrogen, you're on SSRIs, you're on antidepressants, you're just like filled with all these meds and all this garbage.
But just know we're on the same wavelength. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors? What the fuck does that have to do with being trans? What does that have to do with transgenderism? What are you talking about?
And you're just like putting on makeup and it is a mental illness because it has no existence in biology. It's people playing.
So what I will say is this: the way that this generation is formed and all these things, it's become a regular, it's become a normal in the society. I don't think you're right about that, bro. I'm all for people doing.
It's only become regular in woke society. It's not regular in Japan. It doesn't exist.
I get you. I'm not being a bitch. I'm just saying I know I have people in my life who are trans that I've conversated with, and I just know that what they've gone through. I know what you're saying.
You're really confused. And look, the depression rate is way higher for them. The suicide rate is like.
Okay, listen. If I continue this video, it's gonna become a completely different video. But I was right about the transgender thing, about him talking about the genders, whatever. But like, just loud and wrong, right? Loud and wrong. And this is my gaming account. I should have used my other account, but Aiden Ross streams games sometimes. That's good enough to be here. What is going on in the world where Aiden Ross is the voice of reason? Like, Jesus Christ. I did not think this was going to be the video I was making, but here we are. Yeah, Sneako, pro-Confederacy, anti-trans, real not smart guy to begin with. But again, all of this is because he's trying to cling onto relevancy. Again, he had a bunch of other videos just talking about random shit. I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish here, though, because what audience are you cultivating here? I don't know. But oh my god, this is bad. Like, this is fucking bad, dude. He's gonna tank. He's gonna tank.